What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about STORJ, STORJ, USD on Coinbase for Mr. Peter Davies. Peter, you requested this one, so we're talking about it for you. For anybody that has a request, you want to see a coin or a stock or a commodity, whatever, a currency from another country, maybe from your own country. You want to see something talked about, some technical analysis done on it. You want my opinion on it. Feel free to leave a request in the comment section on YouTube. I get to all requests. The channel's still small enough where I can get to every request that's left. It's not. I know I have 1,000 subscribers now. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. But I'm not getting 1,000 requests a day. So if you feel like you want to see something, if I can do TA on it, if it's not an absolute piece of shit, I'll do a decent video on it. If it is a piece of shit, I'll still do a video on it. It's just going to be short because I'm just going to be like, this looks like trash, stay away. That it'll be like one of those videos. But I'll make a video on whatever you want. I will do it. So as long as I can pull it up on a chart here. But without any further ado, let's actually look at this thing. STORJ is it's one that I've forgotten about, man. This thing's been around since 2017. It saw the ass end of not the last bull market, but the bull market before. So it's actually seen 2 bull markets. It might be seeing its 3rd. That's more than a lot of cryptos can say. Not only that, but it has a kind of bullish chart compared to most cryptos. Now there are some top contenders. There are some like top dogs that have more bullish charts than this, of course. But for most cryptos, you guys, that have been through multiple bear markets, it doesn't look like this. You don't get higher lows. You don't have higher highs. I was looking at this earlier. I liked credits. I probably have still some money in credits somewhere, man. I just gave up on it, though. This thing has been around since it says 2018. It's been around since like longer than 2018, actually. Multiple bear markets going into another bull market, so at least one bull market and multiple bear markets, and this is what it looks like, right? So this is just a dramatic improvement from something like this, and this is what most cryptos look like, more or less. They're just kind of shit. And anyways, looking at this thing, it's at about 65.8, let's call it $66 million market cap. If it was to see its all-time high, that would take you up from here. That would be, is that right? That would be come on now. Yeah, 778% growth, almost 779. Let's call it 780, whatever. That would be an 8.8x. If you were to do, let's see, what would it be? 8.8 times 66. That'd be 580. So if this was to see its all-time high again, that'd be a $580 million market cap. Is that achievable for an altcoin that's more bullishly postured than most coins that have been around this long? Absolutely. Absolutely, it's possible. I even think it's likely with the kind of setup that we've got going on. I'm going to talk about where I see this thing going at the end of the cycle. We're going to talk about the more immediate stuff, but first let's talk about the end of the cycle stuff. So right now what you've got on your monthly RSIs, you have a lower low here, kind of a double bottom. Paired with, like, right, if you see this trend line, if we were to draw a trend line here, you've got this like slanting down, right? But on the price, it's doing the opposite. It's slanting up. You can see, high low here, higher low here. That's what they call hidden bullish divergence, right? And think of it in a sense like this, right? Where price is down here, and now it's at a higher point, but you're getting weaker readings while yet having stronger price. You're getting weaker readings yet having stronger price. That's a good thing, right? It's like it's taking more for you to like come down, but you're producing smaller results to the downside, if that makes sense. It'd be the opposite if you were going up, right? You've got a higher high, but you have, or if you have a higher high in the RSI, but you have a lower high in the price, that would be hidden bearish divergence for the same kind of thing. You'd have stronger readings, but you're producing less strong results. You would expect it to turn around. Just the same thing, but flipped here. I don't know how much that made sense, but ultimately, I definitely do believe that this thing can see its all-time highs. I think even beyond that is absolutely to be expected. A price all the way at $9, maybe even all the way at $25 by the end of this cycle. That's kind of where the fibs would be telling us that we go. Let me just measure real quick. Hold up. If I can, there we go, right there. That would be a 19x to a 56x, 55x. Let's call it a 56x. So 19 to 56x from here. What would that do? 66 times, where's the times button? I don't know. Times, I mean, times 100 would be 6 billion, right? Because times 10 would be 600 million, so 6.6 billion would be 100. I mean, you could absolutely see a 100x in this thing, man. This is definitely a 100xable coin. It's an OG coin. It's more bullish than most cryptos, right? And I don't think this chart tells us the whole story. This is where I think things get a little bit interesting. It kind of reminds me of Blue Zell, and you guys know how bullish I am on Blue Zell. If you look at this thing here, if we go to STORJ on Binance, USD on Binance, it's got just as much historical data as Coinbase does. On the monthly here, the most volume you've ever seen was actually here, and that was, how much volume was it? That was 333 million tokens that were traded this month. Okay, that's the most you've ever seen. And here it looks like there's a lot less. But this has more historical data than the USDT chart does. The USDT chart on Binance has less data. You can see it's dramatically more condensed. But the most volume we've seen so far on this was 1.21 billion. Before it was 444 million, right? 450 million, something like that, right? This is 1.2 billion. Literally about 3 times the amount in volume. And when did that happen? That happened on this month here, where we're breaking out of the lows. We literally engulfed, how many months we engulfed? Let's see. In 1 month, on the most volume we've seen, by 3 times the amount compared to the other chart. I guess not 3 times the amount compared to here, but still the most volume we've ever seen on a bullish engulfing candle that engulfed literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months of closing prices. And it got close to closing above this one too, but it didn't quite. But 6 months of closing, that's, the highest monthly close we saw in half a year. And actually, technically, right, if that was the 7th month, it was over half a year. And with the most volume you've ever seen. I think this thing is getting ready to do bullish things. I absolutely believe that it is possible, not just to go to $9. Oh, this has a different price target than the other one does. I want to go to one with more historical data. Top here to bottom. I swear it was $9, wasn't it? Didn't we just see? Is it different on Coinbase? Because I think I was on Coinbase. Let's see. Maybe it's just different on Coinbase. I don't know which one to use. I guess, I don't know. They're not off by that much, but maybe I would use Binance because it has more volume. Maybe. Anyways, it's not that far away from $9, but is it going to go there? I think it's not only going to go there, but it's going to blow through that, man. I think going up to $24 is completely possible and even likely, right? Because that, again, from the current price would only be a 53, almost a 53x, about a 52x. And it could do double that. It genuinely could do double that. That's at 24.67. We could see this thing being worth $50 or more, absolutely, by the end of the cycle at these deeper extensions here. Now, much past that, that would put it, again, at about a $6.6 billion market cap if we were to see it go technically to $45, right? That'd be a $6.6 billion market cap. This thing could see a 200x. That would be a $13 billion market cap. And I know that sounds like a lot of money. It is, but in crypto, that is a completely achievable market cap, let alone for something that has a fairly bullish chart, right? You've got higher lows, you've got higher highs. You've been in crypto for multiple cycles now. You've proven yourself more or less. I tried to look into the tokenomics of this thing. I actually tried to find the white paper and everything and read up on it, and I couldn't find a whole lot on the tokenomics, which has me a little concerned, because there's a lot that is undiluted in this supply. I don't know how it all works, but I'm assuming that they're not just going to dump all this at once. Assuming there's not some kind of magic rug pull. Maybe some of these coins got burned. I don't know. CoinGecko isn't the best sometimes at properly inputting the circulating supply versus the total supply. I've seen things where they'll burn coins and CoinGecko still includes it in the total supply, and then it does this fully diluted thing. But it's like those coins that were burned, yes, that was the most supply that it ever had before, but they burned them now. Now it's no longer. So I don't know. You look at this, you can see that there's some coins that got taken away. I don't know what to make of that. So anyways, that's the one thing that has me concerned. What makes me rest a little bit in that concern is that if this was a Ponzi, if it was a scam, in my opinion, it would have played out as a scam by now. It would have already done that. It definitely wouldn't have had a higher low. It wouldn't have been more or less constructive over multiple cycles like this. If it's a scam, they're in it for the long haul. And even if it is a scam, you can still make money on it. But I don't think this thing's a scam, man. I think this is one that is probably going to pull over a 100x. It's possible to do a 200x. It's possible to do a 400x, man, even a 500x. Because again, a 200x would put it at about $13 billion in market cap valuation. A 400x would be $26 billion. Okay, and $26 billion is a lot, but that's still possible, especially for something this old. 26 billion, and that would be a 400x. 52 billion would be an 800x. I keep hearing things. I got a little girl that's sleeping. No, it's not. It's the neighbors. Okay, cool. They're just being noisy. Sorry. I got thrown off there. I got a little baby, man. Yeah, if I hear her crying, I gotta go check on her. But sometimes people get loud, and I hear what I want to hear, I guess. But anyways, insane price growth. Absolutely insane price growth is possible for this thing. And even though it's already pumped from its low to its current price here, it's at about 142% in growth. It's still relatively at a good time to buy. Because again, from top to bottom here, you're not even at your 382. You're barely above this 236. I would say it's not prime time to buy. It's not an ideal area to buy, but it's still early. You could buy here. You could even buy twice this price. I would bet by the end of the market, you're going to feel pretty smart with this thing. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is definitely something. It's a coin that I've forgotten about, and it's Peter. Thank you for putting it back on the map. I know I've talked about it before, but man, I really think it might be worth getting into. Definitely, probably going to buy a bag myself. Man, they're being loud out there. I hope everyone's okay. Just sounds like kids, but I don't know. Yeah, it's kids. Anyways, I'm sorry, guys. That's annoying. But it's whatever, man. It's just part of living in the city, I guess. But you've got a low here and a higher low here. You've got a low here and a lower low, kind of like a double bottom. That is bullish divergence on the weekly to find your low right there coming out of this. Like, look at this, man. You're still in this area of accumulation, getting ready to break, man. You're showing more bullish readings. You're doing some more bullish moves as well. I would bet that you're on your way to break out of this range, and when you do, you're going to see a move that's like this, but it doesn't give it all back. It actually maintains it, and it stays up. So you're probably going to see a move, let's see, in a relatively short amount of time. I would think by the end of this year, you're probably going to see a move that takes you to about $1.23 to $1.53. Yeah, like in a very, and here you are sitting at 45 cents right now. So very bullish things by the end of the year, let alone by the end of the cycle. I think tremendous growth is possible. Yes, you could stop somewhere around here, the 1618 to the 1272. That's possible, but I would have my eyes set higher. I think that deeper extensions are completely possible. Even deeper extensions than that are completely possible. Though this would be the original kind of expected zone. I just got a price alert on stellar lumens. I'm wondering right now. Hold on. We're going to come back to this, I promise, but I wonder for what? For what? It's up 5% today? Is that why? Anyways, looking at this thing on the daily RSI is strong. Oh man, I've got the wrong tool. Daily RSI is looking strong. You were in the bullish area of control. You're coming out of it now, but that's okay. You do have a lower low presenting itself in your RSI while having a higher low in the price. That's not too bad. I don't know, man. This thing does look pretty good. If it was to come down, maybe it does, but I would think you would still have a higher low than this, probably. But you might just go up, man. You honestly might just go up from here. Very, very, I would say neutral, but strong looking RSI on the 4 hour as well. You have no problem being up here. You have all the problems in the world getting oversold or showing weakness. So that's nice. Maybe you do come down rather immediately. Maybe you come down a little bit lower. You're sitting at 45 cents now. Maybe you come down to about 44, 42 cents, something like that. But not much lower. And then you see your next leg up. this next leg up that you could see in a very short amount of time, it might not be the move that breaks you out of this, but overall, I would expect, looking at this thing on the weekly, if you treat this as kind of like a zone where you're like accumulating, you're near the top, you're getting ready to break it, man. And are we on the USD? Let's go on to the USDT chart. The volume's dying off a little bit, but as we move up, man, you've definitely got the opportunity for it to come back in. So, I don't know. Ultimately, right now, on the 4 hour for the current day, I would expect this thing maybe to come a little bit lower, but over the coming weeks, I think it's going to go higher. Assuming it doesn't get swept up in this November madness that I'm calling for throughout like all crypto. I think there's going to be a huge drop across the markets, and just as quickly as it comes, it will be given back. We're going to recover from it very quickly. But I'm talking about this just to be like prepared. I don't want anybody to be caught off guard and forget the game plan, man. We're in this for the long haul, you guys. Okay, if you want to trade it, go ahead, trade it, do your thing. But if you're investing in this, you want to hold it, you want to buy something and hold it till the end of the cycle, and you want to make sick ass gains without even worrying about playing the game. Be prepared for this drop. It could absolutely happen. I'm talking like a 30% or more drop across the board for altcoins, okay? That could happen this month, like genuinely, and I've got a whole video on that if you guys want to watch. Let's see. If I go here on my videos, it's this one right here. Altcoins are in trouble. It's right next to this one. Either of those videos are basically the same thing. This one's just more pertaining to Bitcoin. This one's more pertaining to altcoins. Just to give a kind of background as to why I think we're going to see an impending drop happen. But assuming that doesn't happen now, I would think just a little bit, without knowing that and like looking at the chart on the short term for what it is, I would say a little bit of down and then maybe some up. But just be aware, be prepared for that drop. I'm sitting on the sidelines right now with some cash. I'm predominantly in crypto. If we keep going up, we don't get this drop, cool. I'm going to be happy, man. But if we do go down, I'm also going to be happy because I have some dry powder, some cash on the side, ready to scoop up some sweet, sweet altcoins. And I think this one is going to go, it's going to be one of them that I'm going to throw in that bag to collect on. Anyways, without any further ado, I think I've said my piece for this thing. Bullish, I'm bullish on it for sure, man. I think I would genuinely compare it to Bluezell. BLZ, and Bluezell might perform better, this one might perform better, but it's just got a similar enough looking chart to me. If anything, it's even more bullish, and the price, the market cap's even lower. So that's all I got. Take care. Bye.